Good morning to you. It's Monday the 9th of December. Hope you're well and had a good weekend. Obviously, I'm getting a lot of messages from people saying they're at their wit's end. I totally get it. I talk with myself and my friends. We talk amongst ourselves and, we're all feeling it. We felt it a year ago. We're still feeling it now. I really thought when he was elected, I thought more things would start falling apart quicker. Oh, sorry, that's my kitten. Anyway, so, I'm hoping after the 20th, things start happening pretty fast. I have seen some things on Real Raw News, them saying on the 20th of January, they're going to start straight away, going to the borders and sorting that out straight away. But for me, I think if I don't start to see the world changing quite rapidly, we may all have to take a step back for a while. Milo! Because I think in the end it will just become very, very exhausting if we, keep, it's like going on a hamster wheel and you never get off. So let's see what happens between now and the 20th of January. But I do think that might have to be my cut-off point. I know you might find that disappointing, but I think it would be better for all of us, benefit to all of us, because otherwise, I would say the way people are feeling, you're probably a 9 out of a 10. 9 of wands, that's like you're almost at your wit's end. I would say after the 20th, we're going to be at a 10. And that is, you've got your toy, that's why. He's got his toy, look, that's why he's crying. Well, and I think that's what we don't want to get to a 10. We don't want to get to burnout. Come here, Milo. See. I just thought I'd tell you that. I know it may not be the news you want to hear, but at the end of the day, a lot of this now, you will see, is just, things are actually, are still happening and they have to happen like that. That's going to be the next mouse, isn't it? That's going to be the next poor mouse. I feel sorry for it. I really do. He's got no chance. Look. Yeah, poor little thing. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Come on, out the way now. Got to do a video. Say hello. You can't see him. Here, look. I've grown because I eat everything. In fact, I don't just eat everything. I hoover everything off the kitchen floor. And yesterday, look, show them. Say hello. No. Such a dope. Look, hello. Going to pull down the Christmas tree. I kid you not, I'll put the picture up on the community page. I mean, I'm sure some of you won't be animal or cat lovers, but honestly, those of you who have a cat, you'll get this. It was so funny. So I'm washing up in the kitchen. And he was running around the floor. And I'm thinking, where's Milo? I kid you not, I turn around, he's on the giant fridge freezer, a tall thing. How on earth did you get up there? It's so funny. Anyway, so yeah, I digressed. I was like, what? Gosh, you're going to be trouble. You are. You just going to be such trouble. Yeah. Anyway, so let me get on. Sorry about that. Anyway, a couple of things, nothing major really. But I just thought I'd just look into a few things. Oh, look, now we're play with a ball. Anyway, sorry about Milo. He's enjoying himself. Look. Lightens the mood, doesn't it? If only there was some room to put the cards down, Milo. Anyway, so the first thing is, obviously it's been going around, I've done this before again, about this, that Trump is going to revert a law, or a bill, I should say, 1869. I've looked into it this morning, it's very complicated, there's so much. I got a bit lost with it all, but basically, which would mean that, here it is, the UK, I didn't know it was other countries as well, Australia, New Zealand, etc., will become a state of the USA. Cool. And I thought maybe that's why he's such good friends with Nigel Farage. And do you know what the best thing I thought would be? We've been saying, how do the governments all change? How does all this happen? maybe this is how it happens. They had stepped down because he reverts the law, and we all under him. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? So anyway, I'm going to look into that quickly. So I think I've already asked, will it happen? You're funny. You see? Yeah. It's messing up the Christmas tree. Anyway, here we go. So, 1869. Is Trump going to revert this bill and Australia, New Zealand, the UK become... Yeah, it could be like a reverse. That they bring... Because that could be bringing something back in. Uh-oh, stop. There you go. So, interesting. Hang on, I'll look again. Yes, because that's about boundaries and then government. So, that's also about rules and regulations and boundaries. So, changing the boundaries, that could be the structure and the borders in a way, because there's water. I think that's a country card. Hang on. Yeah, I can't find it anymore, but this is looking at something new. Oh, I've got, here we go. I've got it here. There you go. So, this could be renewal, trying something again, new lands as well. Looks really positive, which could heal everything. Okay, and look, I always feel like this card is like the White Cliffs of Dover and the water. And maybe that's how we separated. And then I don't know if there's more than 3 countries. It could be 3, it could be more. But like, it could be like, this is a new journey and we all embark on a new journey again. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's a major card. This is a really big thing. And I do think something like this is going to happen. And look, with that card, I don't know if you saw, but the St. George's Cross. I've got 2 of Pentacles, so it's like a choice to be made, a big decision. And I've got that. Okay, so I don't know why, as if this feels literally, look, there's a mountain. It feels like bringing it back together. But maybe they wanted us separate. I don't really know. Or they're not going to be happy about this. Yeah, that's what I said. So the second question is, would that then mean that all of our own governments would have to step down because under that rule... Oh my goodness, another major card, Wheel of Fortune, a massive change, a flip. I was going to say, would that mean that they have to leave? Looks like they're leaving. I mean, my goodness me, is this the way it goes after all this time? We have been thinking, how does this change? How do we get rid of it? How do we move on? Yeah, it feels like, I feel like he's going to have, if he can do that, that is such a power play that, my goodness me. I don't know how he can override your own government though. But anyway, don't worry about that. I'm sure you can figure that out. You probably understand those bills more than I do. But just checking it's recording. That's pretty exciting if he can do that. That's really exciting. What I should have asked is, would it happen in 2025? Wait. So I don't know when. It looks very exciting though. Look at that. Woohoo! Did you see that? Woohoo! And that would mean no more shenanigans. Woohoo! I mean, that's so cool. Because this movie did not go the way I ever thought it would go. I was just thinking they'll step down, blah, blah, blah. Just, I don't know. It's been very different. I think when I was reading it, I always had thoughts in my head how it would go. And that may have affected like some of my readings. I'd say, oh, this is going to happen. I think this is going to happen. That's the part I thought the banks would go down first. I thought then they would just pull an EBS. I don't know. But now it feels like it's sort of more structured and more sort of legally done. It's sort of legally done. They've done the framework legally in a way. Everything's been done legally. which I find quite interesting. It wasn't just pull the plug quick. It's almost as if then there's no, you can't twist it. It's like locked in, like a jigsaw, if you know what I mean. So, talking of Trump met the French minister, and if the picture could be old, I'm not sure, but I was sent a picture, my friend sent it to me, and they got this rather firm handshake, and people are saying, what's going on there? And I also looked at Real Raw News, and Real Raw News, interesting stuff on there as well. This could be working together. For all we know, they could be working collaborative. Every time I do these videos, I can't say a word. Collaboratively. I still think I've said it wrong. Hard work. Rebuilding could be. We don't know. I don't want to pry too much. Oh, and the tree just fell down. Okay, that's like collaboratively working together, potentially. Maybe they're building back a better future. Who knows? I can't ask any more, but it feels pretty positive, so I'm not worried about that. That was a one firm handshake, though. Oh, I'll do one of these. And I have decide on the back. Whatever that means, I have no idea. But it looks positive, and maybe they're rebuilding and working together, and we're going to have a whole new world. Wouldn't that be exciting? Well, we have a whole new world in 2025. Because when I ask these things, you think, oh, it could be like 20, 35 billion at this point. 2025. Oh, it flew out. Skills. So maybe there's... Learn some new skills, study a course, skills. So maybe it's like, path and, like I said, jigsaw pieces to put together. Maybe that's what it's about. The sun's just come out. How lovely. Next thing. I did this very quickly on the community page. I've just already cut the deck and I've got positive, unless it's talking about the sun. But I was about to say, there's a YouTube channel, Silver Fox Scotland. Somebody mentioned it. He said in Edinburgh. My accent's so appalling. Anyway, apparently in Scotland, they're building this new 15,000 resident sort of town. One road in, one road out. And it's called West Town. And of course, he's saying it's a 15-minute city. Apparently there's already one in, I think, Bristol or Oxford. I know there's a ring road in Oxford, but that's because of the universities and all the cars clog up the streets. So I can understand that. I'm not sure what's going on in Bristol. They probably create. So this is obviously what they wanted to create. But you never know. I've got music. That this is singing music will lift your spirits. I wonder... I've got meditate, clearing. So I wonder if this will be turned around. Because I don't think it feels like a bad thing. Because at the end of the day, are they really going to have checkpoint Charlie? You can't leave. I mean, I would have thought that hopefully if this was their plans, this could be different. These are both healing cards. Okay? So this could be very different by the time they build it. So let's look at this 15-minute. It's called West Town in Scotland. Will this be turned around for the good, or will it be like prison town? Maybe it didn't go as planned. Maybe it's going to be a nice housing place for people to live. It's pub, cafes, white hats. Feels like white hats. It wasn't meant to be with that card. So there's been a bit of a battle in the past. Okay, it's been a bit of a hidden battle, I feel. For some reason, I just feel like perhaps it's now for the positive, or it will be for the positive. Give it a chance. Because this is the unknown. So this feels like forcing people, because they're fighting, bit of a battle to get people in on this unknown path, which Looks like that. You know when they said that's a one way in, one way out? That feels like that, very much so. And maybe this was the housing development. Or this could even be they were hoping they could entice you in the hermit. Maybe there'll be knowledge about this. Otherwise, you'd be very isolated with the hermit. But let's see. I feel like this feels really, really much lighter now. This feels lighter. And I wonder if they'll change it and turn it around, rebuilding it. I feel like perhaps it could be built for the positive. There you go. It does actually feel like it is meant to be a 15-minute city. But it also now feels that this will end up being a nice place to live, and this is a nice home, okay? For the good, in a way. And obviously they're celebrating and they're in the pub with their drinks. But so I do think that will be halted. Will the 15-minute city... I didn't even get to finish my sentence. Ground. Maybe it'll be grounded and changed. Will the 15-minute city they wanted to build, West Town, will it be changed to the positive and there'll be no like restrictions? It won't be like a prison. It'll be just a nice housing place to live. I've only got one card here. Let's see what I've got. That's what it feels like anyway. Balance. It's time to find balance in your life. What's most important to you? Balance. So maybe balance it out. New beginnings and time. So give it time. I knew it. I just knew it. I think they are, even with Bovaer, I think these are everything they want to do and are trying to do, but won't get very far. I do think we are on the point of a U-turn now. And but what's surprising is how close they were to starting all of this, isn't it? Like we're literally on the. If I think now, to me, this is the Fool card. He's on the edge of a cliff and he's about to fall down, and he has no idea what's about to happen. And I literally feel that that's us. We are literally at that point. And had Trump not got in, or for the last few years started to change things, my goodness me, wow. Oh my goodness, yeah. So this is like she's almost a prisoner, but she doesn't really know it, and she's tied up, but she's not really aware. That's kind of how heartbreak. This is what was going to happen to us, and they wanted to change the world, but that could actually. Gosh, and they wanted to pull this off. However, I do think it changed. Oh, I know what that could actually mean. That could mean, forcing us into changing the world and maybe keeping us as prisoners. Wow, could be the firm hand of the law. It's very strategic. Something they've planned for a very long time. Oh. Anyway, but now, let's see what we get now. The sun's come out again. Let's see what I get now. Wow, it was so close to that fall. And the fall as well, to have been fooled. Everything's for the good. This is good health. This is physical things, so good health, healthy life, abundance, nice home, living comfortably, that kind of thing. And I've got an ending at the bottom. There's a few more sort of reconfigurations and struggles before it completes. That's what I've got. And then it ends. Looks like then it ends. That's what it feels like anyway. So the future. Do we leave a prison state behind? Recharge, so that's renew in a way, I think. Oh, wonderful. Delighted. Celebration time. Come on. All right, well, I didn't want this to be a long video, so I must stop rambling. My favourite thing to do, as somebody told me. Ha! What's this one? Oh, yes. Oh, that's it then. I've come to the end of my list. Maybe it's a good thing. It was interesting because I was thinking about the milk this morning and I was thinking about that Bovaer thing. And I did buy 1 pint of organic because I can't touch organic, apparently. I've never really drunk organic milk. But I just wanted to let you know, I myself am still drinking normal supermarket milk at the moment. Like I said, I bought 1 pint. But I am not buying from those 3. Now, at the end of the day, the way I looked at it is, you know, you would just ruin everything because you couldn't even have custard on your mince pie at this point. And I'm not prepared to live like that. Anyway, now, these are all cups, actually, by the way. Rejection, I had that before. I even wonder if they don't even get around to doing it. I've got rejection again. And maybe they were just telling us, magician again, shock. That's another cup. I'll quickly ask then, were they saying they were going to do this because of their past plans and because this is like they needed to put it in the media, or are they actually going to do it? Because I remember having the tower and everything for the present, but not the future. Now could be gossip, like, now, you still have to use your intuition. This is freedom. You have to use your intuition. So my intuition, I'm not going to drink it anyway. But I will buy it from other supermarkets because I'm not going to live like that. But what I'm saying is, it makes me wonder if they're exposing it to us and we needed to know this. Are they actually using it? They were considering it for sure. Definitely going to look into using it. It could be that it ended, or it ended and they wanted to show us. This is cups as well. So a lot of cups when it comes to talking about, oh, look, more cups. Cups in the situation. So this is pouring in the cup, pouring in the milk, pouring something into the milk. He's holding his cup. But this is a nice row, which makes me wonder if it didn't work out, or it's not even going to work out, or it's very, like I said before, it feels very short-lived. The cups have now spilt, and these cups feel like, look, because this is healing waters. Interesting. But like I said, yes, it's very interesting now because oh my goodness, can you even see this? I now have a justice card. And this doesn't look particularly good, what's in the cups, but it also could be showing you in a way. And I just wonder if it was a past thing. And then now obviously justice, so wrongs have to be righted. It's not really going to work out. Or is it that there was so much scaremongering with this situation that in the end, it's like it had to run its course. It couldn't even get off the ground, kind of thing. So please use your intuition. And you probably think, why is she always going on about it? It's about 4 times now I've spoken about this. This is balance and this is being fair. So maybe, in a way they had to be fair. It wasn't working out. And maybe this is a rethink. This could be the cattle. He's a lion, of course, but that could be the cattle. So perhaps they have a rethink. And at the end of the day, I did the muscle testing. I thought, you know what? I think they're just exposing it. Teach, there you go. Teach. So I feel like it probably feels like teach justice, if you get what I mean. I've got balance and career. Try something new. Or they were going to try something new and now it didn't work out. And I've got love. So, like I say, use your intuition. Soulmates are important people who teach you life lessons. I keep getting teach and life lessons. So, guides, I feel like we were meant to know this. Maybe it was meant to be stopped, or it won't get off the ground. I feel like it was meant to go in the media. We were meant to know. But like I said, I'm rambling, but actually I'm just saying at the end of the day, you know, this is just, I have to say, entertainment only. So you have to trust your intuition, and, you know, I'm not allowed to say, this isn't good for you, don't drink that, don't do that, based on this, based on that. Really, most of what I'm telling you is just use your intuition. And for a moment there, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I thought, I'm not living like that. Oh dear, I've just said that word. I did that in... I'm going to have to cut that. I said I did that during COVID. I'm not doing that again. There you go. So I'm going to have to cut that word out because that word will get flagged. But we don't want to live like that anymore. There you go. I've rambled enough today. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that. One more for... Will anything happen before Christmas? I keep asking the $1 million question. Major. I don't think so now. It feels too close. Or the end of the year. What have I got? Oh, I've got AFFIRM. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely week. And I'm going to put... I might put this up, actually. Give you something to look at this week. And then I'm going to put up my friends' video screenshots. You'll enjoy those. Have a great week. Take care. Bye now.